Okay, so my daughter's in there, ate a packet of crepes from the shop, and from then she came to the house, got diarrhea, vomiting, shaking, and I tried to make her drink milk, but I could see that she's in pain. She's vomiting. She couldn't speak. Then we quickly rushed her to the hospital, and when we got to the hospital, they told us that she's passed because of poisoning that she ate from the shops. I don't know. We don't know what she ate actually. We're not sure what she ate.
Now, from what you told me, you said that the community member closed down 2 Spaza shops here
Yes,
in the area. What did they find in the Spaza shops?
Okay, so now they took. Actually, the police took the packet of crepes from what they found, from what was left from the shop. Then they went with it. That's what I saw from the police station. But other than that, the community now took everything. They looted actually the shop. There's nothing in the shop.
But you said something about rat poisoning?
Yes. That's what the police, this morning when I went to the police station, they told us that they found rat poisoning from the snacks that they ate, that they found. The police are the ones that found the rat poisoning, I think. Yeah.
Sure. How's your family coping so far?
Devastated. We are ish. We don't know. We're shattered. Like, this is unbelievable that it's happening to us. We don't know. You know, when we think of the other children as well, it's just a mess for us. Yeah, so it's bad.
How old is your daughter, and tell me a little bit about her?
My daughter is 7 years old. She's doing grade 2. She's very bubbly. She was very energetic. The night before, the morning before she passed, she was very, very energetic. You know, my heart is sore because I never gave her attention. She was wanting to play with me and wanting to be with me, but I never gave her that attention. So my heart is very sore for that.
Greetings everyone, I hope you're fine. I hope you are doing well, and I will appreciate if you can just smash that subscribe button, that like button, like never before. I don't know how long these things should take place before the government can act, because we should not only be concerned about these things only when they happen, because now we have had multiple incidences in multiple provinces such as Gauteng province, Free State, Eastern Cape, and many other provinces. In other words, by now, South African government should have already created a standard or set up a standard for small businesses such as Spaza shops and many others, because we cannot keep on like waiting for such things to happen before we can talk, because once after they had happened, then we stop talking about these things. And I believe that government is not doing enough, because right now it's like I no longer even know what is the real meaning of inspection, because you should not only inspect or make inspections only when these things have already happened. In other words, you should like set up a standard and a criteria so that all these small businesses should follow quality assurance, health and safety, and all those things. In other words, you have to create, like for an example, a standard so that all these small businesses, so that these Spaza shop owners can comply, because the most important thing is compliance and quality assurance, health and safety as well. Because now you see this thing just happened right now, then after a month, after 2 months, then everybody is going to be quiet about it, and they will no longer like make follow-ups. I believe that it is the duty of the government, because these things have been happening several times, or these things have happened several times. So now the duty of the government is to make follow-ups. How do you make these follow-ups? You create a standard and you make sure that everybody should comply with that particular standard. So any Spaza shop or any shop that doesn't want to comply with that standard, you just close it. In other words, you just penalize them just like that, because most of these shops are not complying at all. So when it comes to compliance, they only have CKs, which is the registration certificates. This is what they have, but most of them, they still don't have, like for an example, a registration document or a registration certificate. But you have to understand that a registration certificate is just there to show that your company or your business has been registered, but it doesn't mean your registration certificate is the alpha and the omega. You still have to comply when it comes to quality assurance. You still have to comply when it comes to health and safety. In other words, there are several terms and conditions, procedures and standards which small business owners or spaza shop owners should follow. That's the most important thing. But most of these business owners, they don't want to comply. And again, we have to understand that unless you push someone, that person cannot comply at all, because no one wants to comply. So that is why you have to force them with rules and regulations. Then at the end of the day, if they don't comply, then this is what you do. You just penalize them. You just close their shops. So if someone knows that their shop will be closed, then they will try by all means to comply. Because right now, these small business owners or spaza shop owners are taking advantage of our people, because they know that our people don't have a choice. Because sometimes when you are selling your products to people who don't have alternative, who don't have option B, you have this tendency of taking advantage of those people. So this is what they do, because they know that these people cannot go to large supermarkets or to other supermarkets because they might be far. So if you want to buy something, you have to go to your nearest shop, because that's your best alternative. So as a result, these guys, they end up taking advantage. Why? Because their focus is on money. They don't care about sanitation. They don't care about health and safety. They don't care about quality assurance. They don't care about the standard. They don't care about complying to the South African government, because they know that the government is weak when it comes to these things. Even some of these inspectors can be bought. In other words, can be bribed. That's the most important thing that we have to consider. So this is what is happening in our communities. So in other words, government should do something right now. It's time to say, you know what, let me listen to the community. In other words, now the community should come together and say, we only want people who will follow the standard, when it comes to the food they sell. Everything has to be inspected. Everything right now, as we speak, has to be inspected in order to make sure that the community is safe. So from now on, this is my advice to the community. I know sometimes you are desperate, sometimes you don't have enough money and etc. But when it comes to food, you have to be very, very careful. Don't risk your health just like that. Don't risk your life just like that. So you have to make sure that you buy from people you can trust, because you should not just trust anyone with your life these days. So that is why you have to make sure that you buy from people who are complying. You buy from people who are who respect the law, And again, at the same time, these guys from other countries, they should be held accountable. Why? Because their focus is on money. In other words, if someone has focus on money, in other words, that particular person doesn't care about your health, that particular person doesn't care about your well-being. So that is why they have to be forced to comply.